Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to work a little bit on our January journal. January's almost over with, so it's time to finish this one up. Now, I had quite a few people that wanted me to show them how I did this envelope that we have in the middle. So I'm going to do that, and then I may do a couple more pages. But I'll do you a flip through of what I have done so far and give you a little idea of what I put on them and that kind of thing. But first, let's go ahead and get this envelope done. Now, this is the center of our signature, and we're going to leave it so that it can be two pockets. Now, I got this catalog from Echo Park this week. This is the one that I get, because I'm a wholesaler for them or retailer for them. I get one of these every so often. I love the paper, the thickness of it, and this is gorgeous, is that not? I'm going to be cutting out some of those and using them. But it had 2 collage pages in there that I thought were absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to be using some of these. Now, I don't know that I'm going to use the whole sheet, but I'm trying to figure that out. Let's see. I just like I don't know. I like all of the things on there, all the little sayings and everything. So I think I'm going to go ahead and tear this bottom part off, that black part, because I don't really want that on there. And I'll let it slip. Got that off. And if you see black on my fingers, please excuse my hands. I have been dyeing papers all morning. And when I dye papers, I get it everywhere. When I dye a lot. I've had to dye about 300 this morning. And so I get it all over me. And I used gloves and all that kind of stuff, but I still get it on me. I know all of the precautions, but I put lotion on my hands and I put gloves on, and by the end it had already leaked through my gloves. But that's fine. That is fine. It's not a problem. Now I'm just tearing this with my tear ruler. Like I said, I don't necessarily want it to be huge. I'm just tearing it a little bit shy of the size of the envelope on one side. Now, I'm not going to go all the way across because I'm not going to interfere with this. So, let's see. I need to measure this way. I'm going to measure the height of it. And it'll, about right there will be okay. And I don't mind if a little bit of that white shows. That doesn't bother me. So, let's go ahead and tear that right there. Oops. Okay, then we will tear it right here. I think that's where I marked it. Okay, let's see if that's about the right size. Yes, that is. Look at that. I love that. So don't be afraid to use some things out of magazines. They make beautiful images in your journals. Okay. Now we're going to put that down right there, just like that. And then I'm going to probably go ahead and cut a little pull in there, even though I have that. And we'll probably, let's see, I'll probably put some paper on there and cover that too. Now this is slick. So I'm going to use some of this Barely Art Glue just to see if it's going to hold well on the slick surface. So I've had quite a few of you that have asked me that. So we're about to find out. I'll let you know if it does or if it doesn't. It has held so far on vellum, so I think if it holds on vellum, it should hold pretty well on here, but you know, there's no guarantees. Grab my bone folder. Oh, I just had a tissue stick to my hand. I don't have my paper towel right now. All I had is a tissue here, so, and they stick to my fingers like that. I hate that. That's why I use paper towels. There we go. Put that down. Just going to make sure that it's pressed really well in that center part especially, because we don't want that to come up. And that seems like it's stuck pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and see. I can't get that one in there, I know. Let's just do this one, the small one. I think we can get that one in there. I'm going to flip it around. Well, we'll have to do it this way, but we'll just guess at it. That'll work right there. Okay. Then I'll put a little bit more ink on that. And we have that on there. I like that. I don't mind that slick surface on it. I think it's pretty. It's a shiny surface, you know what I mean. Alright, we're going to put something on this side, and I think I'm going to use part of this again. Let's see if it's going to look too similar. Alright, it may look too much alike, so let's use one of these. Let's just tear this. There, and we'll go all the way up with this, so we'll tear it there. So let's go ahead and tear this, and I'm going to tear this little bottom green thing off here. Oh, and I have Happy Mail from you guys. Thank you so much. You didn't have to send me anything, but I got, I think, 3 boxes of Happy Mail today. So I've got to show you guys that. And I just about have our February calendar and all of that finished for your freebie. So we'll be getting that uploaded and ready for you in the next day or so. I had to do 10.99s today, so I couldn't work too much on it. Well, I tore that one off a little short, but it's still going to be okay because I'll ink it. I will ink it up. No problem. Look at that. That would make a beautiful tag, would it not? I love that. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that likes things like this, but I just think they're very, very pretty. Now I'm going to have to move this one up. So what I'm going to do is grab some ink and ink this bottom right here. Just because I cut it a little bit short, or tore it a little bit short. And what white does show, it'll have a little bit of ink on there. That'll work. So I read through some comments last night. I haven't answered all of them or, you know, liked them, but I did read through a lot of them. And thank you so much for all of you who have said that I inspire you to do things during the day and not just sit, or either you've been retired and you really didn't feel like doing anything and you watched our videos and it inspired you. I appreciate that so much. You will not know how much that means to me. That's what I do this for. You know, you can't get rich doing this, that's for sure. Well, not in crafting anyway. You might get rich if you had a channel where you did like real life stuff, real life TV kind of thing. But you don't get rich in this kind of thing. But what makes me feel rich is when you guys send me messages like that and say that I have inspired you. Because if it has helped you any at all, you know, go on with your day and not be depressed and not be, you know, down in the dumps or blue or whatever, then it's worth it all. Every bit of it. Now I may put a little pocket down here at the bottom with some lace or some vellum. Vellum would be pretty. Just to kind of cover that a little bit. So let's see if we have a piece of vellum right here. If we don't, I'll grab a piece. I think I have to grab one. I have lots of people who ask about this ephemera journal and my other ephemera journal that I have, the one that I have my words and things in. They want to know if I will do a video on how to make them. Well, I already have a video up on how to make them, so you can go over and check that out. There's a playlist on our channel, and it just says ephemera journals, so you can check that out. I think I have them listed below, I believe. And I also want to thank you guys. A lot of you have been helping me answer questions, and you know, if you see a question that you can answer, you've been helping me on that, and I appreciate that a lot. It helps. Okay, now this is going to be sideways, but I don't care. Still going to be a little pocket, and it's still going to be vellum. We have more of the Barely Arts glue coming in tomorrow. It should have all the refills and all of the different sizes that they have, the bundles and everything. So if you want some more of that, you can check the store tomorrow. Brandon should have that up probably, well, as soon as it gets here, he'll load it up. So it'll be here real quick, I'm sure. Hopefully. If our mail runs right. And it's not necessarily the mail, it's the UPS. It's what UPS and FedEx is how it comes. But they've been running pretty well lately. FedEx especially. I've not had any trouble out of FedEx at all. UPS is a little bit slower. I've had a couple of things delayed with UPS, but now mail is another story. Alright, now I think I'm going to put some kind of paper down through there just to take that blue away. I don't necessarily want that blue. So I'm just digging in my little stash over here to see if I have anything that might work without having to go into a new sheet of paper. Surely I do. Well, let's see. This is my little basket of just little pieces of paper. And you can see I've got lots of these little pieces. I'm going to show you something we can do with those little pieces very, very soon. There's a scrap piece right there. I think that'll work. This is from Kara Brandon Designs, this piece. It's in her kit, I think it's called Pretty Florals. And I will try to remember to link that below. If I forget, you can just go to her Etsy store and look up Kara Brandon Designs. And you will see that paper. I think it's close to the top, if I remember right. It's close to the top of her Etsy store. It's very pretty. This is just one of the sheets. And I will be using it probably this weekend to do a journal cover that I need to make. Okay, I'll tear that off right there. And I may have cut it too small, but we'll see. No, I didn't. I don't think. Okay, I'm going to tear it right there. Okay, I'm just going to put that down just like that. And I am not even going to pull it back out. I'm just going to lift it up a little bit and put some glue under there. And then we'll just press it down. And ink it a little bit. And that'll be done. So there is that. I'm going to go ahead and cover this one before I do anything else. So let me tear it. And I have lots of people who ask me about this ruler. I love it. It takes just a little bit of getting used to. If you've been using a different ruler to tear with, it takes just a little bit getting used to. You do have to apply a little bit more pressure because of it tearing, you know, it has that decal edge, but I love it. And we do have more of those. Like, it comes in a 3-pack. So you can, well, really a 4-pack because you get a water brush with it as well. All right, we're going to put that in there like that. I'm just going to make sure that I get lots of glue right at the edge. Oh, come on, it slid down. Pull back up. There we go. The good part about this glue is it doesn't stick quite as fast as art glitter glue, so it gives you just a second or two more time to move things. You know, art glitter glue, it sticks fast. This doesn't stick quite that fast, but it still sticks pretty quick. It's not like you have to hold it and let it dry or anything. Okay, now I'm not sure if I want to leave that opening there or not. I may. So I may just collage this side and leave that opening there. So let's go ahead and cover this one. And I could just cover this side in that, but I don't think it really goes. Let's see what else we have. No, that doesn't work. All right, let me dig down to some of my other paper here. We can put this on this side as well if we need to. I think that's pretty. Let's just do it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and mark where I want to cut this off or tear it off right there. And then I need to tear about that much off. And then that's going to leave me just about enough for a tag. Look at that. I think that'll make a beautiful tag. So grab some of those magazines and look at the sheets and see if there's a way that you can incorporate them in your journals. I do need to tear a tiny bit off this top. There we go. Now that should work. Let's see, I got it a little bit wide. So we're going to tear just a tiny bit more off. I don't want it going into my spine. There we go. So how are you guys? I don't think I've asked that. I hope everybody is okay. I know a lot of you have got some pretty snow. I've been seeing some of your photos. We don't have any snow. Yesterday it was actually like springtime around here. Today it's gone back a little bit cool again. I think it's in the 40s. So it's not too bad. We've had a pretty mild winter so far, but we did have tornadoes night before last. Not in exactly our area, but right down below us. We have tornadoes year round, so it's not uncommon for us to have tornadoes in the winter time or spring, summer, fall. It doesn't matter. We have tornadoes all the time. Okay. I'm going to ink a little bit right there. Cut my little tab. Well, I didn't cut that one deep enough, did I? Let's try that again. Oh, I will never get that back in the same spot. You know what? We're going to leave it. Because if I try to fix it, I'm just going to mess it up. So we're just going to leave it like it is. That's fine. No worries. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I like it. And then I will probably make a tag out of this and put that down in there. But, you know, I'll cover the back, and then I might make a tag out of this one and put in there, because I think those are cute. But we may not make that right now. So on this side, what we want to do is do a little decoupaging to cover everything but this, but the window. So we're going to need to put something down in here that will show through the window that will be pretty. So what do you think we might could put in there? What shall we put in there? That's not wide enough. I may have to drag something out. Let's see if I have anything right here. Nope. Alright, let me grab a piece of paper here. This is a very pretty paper from Kara Brandon Designs. Isn't that gorgeous? And I think a piece of that will look good in there. So let's do that. And I really want this flower. I know the flower is way too big, but what will show through, I think, will be pretty. So let's do that. And I can use the other part of that to do some decoupaging. Decoupaging. Am I saying that? I'm not saying that right. Collaging. We're going to collage this side, not decoupage. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there. I don't know where I got decoupage. I haven't decoupaged in years, and years and years. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's put that down in there. So put a little glue on the back of it. And we're going to stick that down in there and then try to get it straight as we can. Like that. There we go. So just a touch of that flower shows through the pink, and I like that. And it's okay that a little bit of that blue shows on that side. I don't mind that. That's not a biggie. Alright, let's see, I think that will go there. Let's see if we need to tear it a little bit longer. And then I'm going to tear this edge off. Yeah, that'll work right there. So I think I'm just going to glue it down and then I'll trim it on the side, on the end down there. Put just a little bit of ink on there. So let me know what you guys are making. Let me know If you're in our Facebook group, if you are sharing over there, I've seen some beautiful projects. I have been looking at all of them. If I don't get around to loving or liking your project, don't think I haven't seen it. Sometimes I see them and I don't have time right then to actually click on it, but I saw quite a few last night that are absolutely gorgeous. Let's see. I think I'm just going to fold that around. Not going to be a problem. It'll help cover that blue right there. Okay, there's that. Then I think I'll put this down at the bottom. I'm going to tear a little bit more this way. And I'm just going to clip this white off of this one. On the bottom, because I really need a straight edge down there. And I may have tore it just a little bit short on this side. I may have to put something else right there. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. This is what we're going to do. We're going to cut this white off. And I'm going to put that down like that, and it's going to look more like part of the flower that's coming up to the outside. And then, let's see, I want to tear it off. Right there. I think I want to tear it a little bit more across there. Okay, that will work. I don't have to have every little piece of that covered, so that's going to work, because I don't mind that it looks like it skips a little bit before the flower starts again. That's fine with me right there. Okay, we're going to put this down. And I don't think I want to curve that around. I think I'm going to cut that off. Okay. Cute. I like that. And then we need a little piece right here. There we go. Let's glue that down like that. I'm going to trim just a tiny bit off up here. And then we can glue that down just like that. And I'm only going to ink the inside of this because I don't want it to really show that there's a couple of different places here that it overlaps. So we're just going to ink that inside and leave those other ones open there. And we'll put that down right there. And I am going to fold part of this around, but not all of it. Just that part to cover up the blue there. That will work. And then we'll cut this little piece off. Okay, I think that's cute. So we have a pocket in here. And a pocket here. And then a pocket here. Well, you could always put a pocket here if you wanted to. You could put a piece of lace. We may do that. And you could put another pocket here if you wanted to. So let's see what else we might want to do. Let's look at some of the lace we have. I think I may put that down there and just let it hang off a little bit. It's a pink lace that one of you guys sent me. And then we may put some of this whiter lace on the other side to make a pocket. let's do that. This is Fabri-Tac in our bottle, and this is a Sugarbelle bottle. We do have the 4 ounce back in. The 8 ounce should be here Saturday. And I know there was some of you, a couple of you, that actually ordered the 8 ounce when they were out of stock. I don't know how the order got through because they were out of stock, but we gave you your refund back. But if you want to order them again, make sure you check the store. I think it's Saturday it'll be in, and you can get your order back in. All right. Okay, make sure that's not sticking to anything. And let me see, do we want to do anything else over here? Let's go ahead and put our pocket over here on this side. And I'm going to use, I had some wide trim laying right here on top. Now I've already buried it right here. Okay. Let's put a piece of that there. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. I'm going to trim that off right there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put one over here too. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put some glue down. Let me even this end up a little bit. Okay, there's that one. Then we will put this one down. And that paper stuck very well on there, so it didn't mind at all sticking on that shiny surface. That glue worked well. So there are 2 more pockets. And then I still feel like I want something on this side, but I don't know what. Let's just see if one of our vellum stickers, and they actually call these washi stickers, but to me they're like vellum stickers. Let's see if one of these might look okay. I don't like that one there. We might be able to put that there. That might look all right. All right, let's put it down and see. Now I use my little pick tool to pull the edge of this up because I don't have fingernails half the time and I can't get it off without doing that, so I just use my little pick tool. There we go. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Pretty. And let's see, that may be all that we need to do on there. Yeah, I think that's all that we're going to do on that part. I may put a little word or number or something up here, so let's see what we have. If we have any that kind of sort of match, we can always just use brown if we need to. It's a little bit too big. That one might work. So let's go ahead and trim that. Put a little tiny bit of ink. Yeah, this is ink. Little tiny, half the time I say glue when I should say ink, and I say ink when I should say glue. When you get caught up in your crafting and you forget that you're filming, there's really no telling what you might say. See if that's straight. Yeah, it looks straight to me. Okay. There is that page. All right. Now I'm going to flip on, and then I'll come back and show you what I have done in here. I will definitely come back to it. But right now, I wanted to put this piece on there, and I wanted to kind of show you how to stitch around it to make it look like that you have sewn it down, and you don't have to use a sewing machine. So we're going to do that real quick. It's just some brown thread. Now this is just regular sewing thread. If you have brown embroidery thread, that would probably be a little bit better. This is not quite as thick as an embroidery thread is. But I'm going to probably double it, so it's going to be fine. If I can get my needle threaded. And I do have a needle threader, I just don't like to pull it out. Okay, let's go ahead and double it up. So I'm just going to pull my string down to where the other one is. Like that. And then we'll tie a little knot in the bottom of it. And all I do to tie a knot is I wrap it around my finger and kind of twist it off. That's just how my mom taught me to do years ago. I know there's a quilter's knot that you can do, and I know how to do that, but to me this is a little bit faster. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm just going to start on the bottom side of it, right close to the edge, and then I'm just going to make some just regular stitches. I'm just going to go up and down, and you know, I'm trying to keep them about the same width apart, but they don't have to be. But I'm just going to go, this is why I like a longer needle. See, I can go quite a ways without having to pull it through. So that's what they look like right there. So you just go up and down, up and down. And we're not sewing it on the page, but it's going to look like once we put it down that it's stitched on the page. This is just a piece of it's like canvas or cotton material. That's all this is. Let's see, I got a knot in here, so let's see if we can get that out without too much trouble. There we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to turn my corner here. And we're going to go down this side. So it's almost like you're quilting this piece around, but you're not adding any other piece to it. You're just putting some stitches in it. This is an older thread too, so one reason that it keeps getting tangled is this is a very old thread. And see, I'm not going exactly straight, but that doesn't matter. That's the beauty of stitching. It's not supposed to be exactly straight. This thread is probably, I would say, oh, I think I actually got this at a yard sale. It's probably 50 years old. That's why I keep getting knots in it. So use a thread that's not so old, and you won't have to worry about your knots. A little bitty one right there. I'm going to pull out. There we go. And I'm making this look a lot harder than it is, believe me. It's just my thread right now. That's the problem. That's the issue. There we go. Now it looks a little puckered right now, but we're going to fix that. It's just because I've been fighting with this thread. It's not really puckered up. I should just throw it away, but it's hard for me to throw a pretty brown thread away because to me, a pretty brown is hard to find. There we go. All right, now we're going to get all these little puckers out of here. I'm just going to pull it toward my needle. Just take my finger and I rub it around through there. And I pull all of that toward my needle. Yeah, that gets all the little puckers out of there. Now we can tie this off, and you don't have to worry about tying it too much if you're going to be gluing it down. But I'm going to go ahead and put a little knot in here anyway, and I'm just going to run my thread under there a couple of times. There we go. Clip that off. Okay, let me find my little pokey tool here. We're going to pull this back out where I accidentally caught those little strings in there. There we go. So there is our little piece all stitched. Pull those strings out and ready to go. Now you could make a pocket out of this. You could just put it down just for decoration on the page. Lots of different things that you could do with it. I think that I'm going to put mine down like that, and I'm going to glue here and here. And I might leave that open that I can tuck a little something in there. I think that's what I'm going to do. Or I may glue it all the way down. I don't know. I'll look at it and see once I get a couple of sides glued, and we'll see what it looks like. If it looks like it's going to hold, we'll leave it, and if not, then we'll glue it all the way down. It's just something different. Something different to embellish with. I'm going to leave that for a while and see if that's something that I like. If I might want to leave that like that or do something different. If I feel like that's going to collapse on me, then I'll go ahead and glue that top. Right now I'm just kind of looking at some things that I might want to glue in the center there. If that didn't stick out so much, I would glue it there. But it's going to add lots of volume, so I don't want that one on there. Let's see if we have a blue one. A blue butterfly. Well, I have that one, but I don't particularly care for it. We could just put that one down on there. It's got a little blue in it that goes with this. So let's do that. So there's our little butterfly on that. And we need something else on this page, on this side. Let's just tear this and put a little piece of this down there. This is Hello Susan, and it's the vintage letters. And let's see, am I going to leave that side open or not? Yeah, I think I'll leave that open. It'll be a good little tuck. We could tuck a little something in there, like a little tag. That'd be cute. We'll just tuck that one in there. Okay. So I think, I'm going to leave this for journaling. I'm not going to put anything else up here. So I think that's all I'm going to do on that page. Now on this page, I went ahead and put some, I just tore out some Edith Holden flowers, and this is Tim Holtz flowers, and put those down. I'm going to leave this for writing. I just put a little vase of flowers here, and then a piece of our paper, our freebie, up there. And I'll probably, I'm not sure if I'll put anything else here or not. I may leave that for journaling too. Then on this page, we need to do something. So what shall we do on this one? That'd be pretty. That would be really pretty. Let's see, do we have anything else that's a scrap that we could use? Let's try this one first. See if that's gonna go. Well, I'm gonna leave an opening there. Okay, I'm going to cut the edges of this off, and then I think I'll put it down and I'll show you what we're going to do to that opening. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to put a piece of this lace down where that opening is. Just let the lace kind of show out from behind the paper. Okay. There we go. Put a piece down right there. And it doesn't have to be totally straight. As a matter of fact, I think it looks better if it's not too straight. Like that. And then I'll just go ahead and use this Fabri-Tac on the back of this, since it's going to glue partially to lace. Cute. See, I like that. See the lace sticking out from back there? I like that. And then I think I'm going to put a word on there. And this is some of our stamped words. I've got so much glue on my hands, I can't even pick a word up. Glue and ink and everything else. Okay. This one just says bloom. And I stamped this one with one of the Tim Holtz, I think it is. I can't remember exactly, but you can, just whatever stamp you have, you can use this. This is stamped on just a piece of that cotton material. If some of you guys probably remember, it's that material that where I had that bag and I just tore that bag up. That's what this is. There we go. And then on this side, I put one of those tags, and you can just tuck something under there. So probably will need to put some other something. I don't know though. I need to leave that for journaling probably, because I can tuck a tag in there to journal, and that's going to cover most of that up. And I'm just looking over here if I have anything that really jumps out at me that I could put on there. No, that don't jump out. Okay, I'm going to leave that like it is, and I'll probably put a little string through it and tuck another tag under there.